Hi everyone, it's Heather. It's Saturday and we've wrapped up our first week here at teacher training. Um, so far so good. It was definitely what they called a transition week. Um, it was very different. Practicing in the big tent with Bikram was very different than practicing at home. It's not very hot just yet because they're still trying to figure out the heating for the tent where we practice. But it has been very humid, and the one biggest challenge I think we've all had our first week here is dealing with the brand new carpet that's on the floor inside the tent. It's very slippery, and then once you get the humidity going, it gets even more slippery and slippery. So basically, you're ice skating, and your legs are, during triangle pose, getting further and further and further apart. So you're really having to figure out how to use your inner thighs properly, which is what we should be doing in practice. Anyways, normally, not just here at teacher training. But first week's been good. I'm hoping to each week do these type of updates, video updates, so that I have something more visual rather than just a simple blog post and some pictures. I wanted to get something a little more interactive, a little more visual for you. So hopefully I'll be able to do this every week. Hopefully I'll have the time and the energy. This week they were easy on us, and they told us to take it easy. It was, we had about 10 classes this week. Normally we'll have 11. And like I said, it hasn't been very hot, and Bikram's been in a very good mood, and so classes haven't been too insane, but they've been tough. And there was that one moment earlier this week, probably Wednesday, where I, was in like second part of awkward, beginning of the class, and I was like, oh my God, what the heck am I doing? What the hell am I doing here? Why am I here? Why did I spend all this money to come here? This is insane. It's only the first week. I still have 8.5 more weeks to go. Oh my God. But I got over that quickly, and they told us that that would happen, that you would have these mini little freakouts right at the beginning where you're like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing, and why am I here? But it's good. We had a couple late nights this week, and watching some movies, and a couple late night lectures. But it wasn't too bad. But the one big thing that we've gotten this week is, the constant message has been, trust the process, as well as, make sure you eat and make sure you are getting your electrolytes. So I've stopped taking emergency and the ultimate powder only because I really can't stand the taste. I started the week off taking those things, but I can't stand the taste and the smell anymore. So now I've actually switched to a natural recipe that they recommended for electrolytes. It's lemons or any kind of citric, a pinch of salt, and a teaspoon of sugar in a gallon of water, or excuse me, in a liter of water. And taking that in class and drinking that in between classes. And actually, right behind me here on my fridge is my hydration station. That's what I've called it. It's this big, gallon of little big container of water right there where I pour water into my Brita. It then gets dumped into this thing where I always have clean filtered water ready to go whenever I need it. In class, I use my Tower of Shame that gets water in it, and then my regular water bottle, which I also take into class. This is a half gallon. This is a liter, kind of the same thing. This gets my electrolytes, the electrolytes in that, so that I'm always hydrated. I always have everything that I need. Always have fresh filtered water. Not drinking tap water straight. I'm always filtering it. But yeah, the electrolytes was a big topic of discussion, and also we had a huge, a lot of constant reminders that you need to eat. And you think that might be insane with the amount of yoga that we're doing each day, and I'm burning at least 1,500 calories a day just from practicing Bikram yoga, and not counting everything else that I'm doing, running around and in posture clinics and stuff, and studying and doing poses and demoing. But yeah, I've just biggest thing this week for me, the hardest thing for me this week was to eat. It's not nerves. It's just I'm not freaking hungry. And I have to really try hard to actually get some food in me, because I look at food and it just makes me want to puke. That's how not hungry I've been. I can't even get anything in me. I'm craving salt, but food just does not sound appealing, especially if I know I've got class later in the day. I just can't eat. And even in fact, this week we were going to have a late night, and at 9 o'clock, one of my yogi friends, Johan from London, sweet, sweet, sweet man, gave me a little chocolate cupcake. and it looked good, but I was just like, I can't eat this right now. I don't have the energy to actually take it into my body and actually put it into my mouth, and it's going to make me sick. So I didn't eat it. And about 6 hours later, we were still in the lecture room in our uncomfortable chairs, and I knew we were going to be wrapping up soon, and so I forced myself to eat the cupcake because I didn't have the energy to get out of my seat, to go back to my room, to go to sleep. I was perfectly happy just staying in the room and in this uncomfortable chair and actually going to sleep. But I shoved that cupcake into my mouth so that I could at least get myself out of the chair and actually walk the 5 minutes back to my room so that I could go to bed. So eating's been a challenge. I bought about 4 boxes of Cheez-It crackers last week. I can't even stand to look at a Cheez-It. And it's so insane because I always talk about Cheez-Its and how I can't get them in Canada, and how they're one of my favorite things to snack on. And so I bought 4 boxes last week, and I got through almost a full box earlier this week, and I can't stand to look at Cheez-Its. I'm going to be giving them away to my friend Juliana when she comes and visits me later in the training, because I know she loves them just as much as I do. But I just can't even stand to look at them. So food's been a challenge, and the carpet's been a challenge. Angry thighs. Actually learning how to use your body properly the way that you're supposed to in this yoga so that you can heal. But yeah, other than that, this week has been pretty good. A couple late nights, and then there are 382 of us here, and the first thing that you do when you're doing the dialogue study is you deliver the first pose to Boss, to Bikram himself. I think everybody knows that. That's not industry knowledge I'm giving away. And out of 382 people, I decided to go fourth. I just wanted to get it done, get it over with, get the feedback, and move on and learn. And I was the fourth person to go, and after I did it, Boss was very, very kind. He said, that was fantastic. You can teach the 5 p.m. class. I'm going to go to the mall and go shopping. So he's very nice, very sweet, and so now I can move on to my other postures because I'm done with Half Moon, and we've got about another 100 people maybe to go and deliver it. But yeah, so we're moving pretty quickly. He tells us we're the best class so far, but I'm sure he tells every class when they come to teacher training that they are the best class. But week 1, it's done. It's over with. I feel pretty good. We've got some great teachers coming in next week, and the guest teachers that we've had this week have been wonderful. I love Brandy, the yoga champion. She taught one of our classes this week. She's amazing. Such great energy. She taught us on the, I think on the equinox, so on Wednesday or Thursday, and she was just fabulous. And yeah, so week 1 done. Hasn't been too bad, but it's the beginning, and I've met some really great people. Everybody's nice. Of course, it's week 1. Everybody's still nice to each other, but really great people here. This is a really great community, and I'm really looking forward to the next 8 weeks. And hopefully I will have time next week to do this kind of an update again. But I can't really give you too much information because this is a copyrighted sort of training. You're not allowed to give away the goods, but it's been good so far. And I'm glad I'm here, and I miss my husband very much, and I'm looking forward to next week and to seeing what happens to my body again, if I heal a little bit more. I'm off coffee, so my naturopath, Dr. Sarah, will be very happy to hear that if she's watching this. But yeah, so far so good. Gonna try to eat a lot more sodium. If they had had a salt lick at Trader Joe's today when I went grocery shopping, I would have bought it. I'm constantly craving meat and salt. If I can get that into me, then I'm pretty good. But yeah, that's it until next week. So I hope you guys have a great week. I might be updating the blog here and there during the week, but hope you guys have a great week, and please be sending us good energy so that we can survive this week.